Hello, hello, beautiful people of the internet. Hello, Despotzini, not delusional. Ragged Edge 82, Cool Doge, Broad Metalook 2, Slice the Elder, and Squigs. Hello, hello. That's right, this time on Slurgy Ball Z. The Reforged Vagrants continue their grand adventure, seeing everything the world has to offer, except a home. Last time we made some pretty good progress. Mostly just went up and down this same old, well-tread road. Beating up on peasants for their lunch money, for the most part. And have managed to pick off a few caravan guards to get some leather lamellar armors and a few shiny nice helmets, like these padded nasal helmets. These are the kind of pieces of gear that we're looking to get on as many bros as we can as we're progressing through. We've been in tools hell this whole time. Yeah, we need a new tool shipment. Exactly. Yeah, we just fought a caravan from Rothstadt. And unfortunately, it was just a cargo of fish. But we're pretty sure, well, I guess I didn't go back and verify, but I trust people, that Rothstadt is our tool source. And we know that it's a coastal city because it has tools and amber and fish. So unfortunately, because there are so many different resources it could have, you can only, your chance of getting tools then are decreased just because there are other choicers. First time in this run, how is it going? Dodge Enjoyer, what a great name. Also, hello, Future Bible Hero. Homewater was the tool source? Ah, okay. I have Homewater and Rothstadt written down. Why did I write them both down? I don't remember. Okay, Homewater was the one. Okay. In any case, I think that was the other... Was the second one for ammo? The second one must be for ammo. Yeah, I'm guessing the second one is for ammo, because I think that one was up here somewhere, right? So I'm guessing Rothstadt is, I don't know, somewhere up there to the north. Anyway, I think the plan for today will be a lot of the same as the previous couple sessions, mostly beating up on nerds for their lunch money. We're hoping for some more tools. Crowns are looking really good right now, like really good. We did manage to take out a, was it here? Yeah, I think here there was a brigand camp, so we completed an ambition, giving us a good chunk of renown. At some point, we would like to find a legendary location so that when we get the funds and renown to unlock the map nerd, that we're able to do so. I kind of didn't really realize by the end of last stream that our crowns were as high as they were. They're actually looking pretty good. We've got about 1,000 more than we did on day one, which is excellent, right? So things are just kind of on the up and up. I think we just keep on keeping on. I'm going to be looking for opportunities to fight really small groups of noble forces slash mercenaries, things like that, when it presents itself, when it's safe. Are we quitting our ambition or toughing it out till the map nerd? We could quit it, right? So we could quit it, and then given that we've got bros that are like euphoric 98%, it might not be a bad time to quit it now and then look for the ambition to get to raid caravans. We've just gotten, I think, unlucky with that one not appearing. Let's just go ahead and do that. And we did just proc an event in the forest, and we just had someone, I think the Chaucer had an injury that got fixed up, which, you know, I guess as far as events go, that's fine too. Fishing for a belly dancer? Not for a little while. The reason I'm holding off on fishing for a belly dancer, at least for now, is that though we do want one, and we will do so eventually, the first, order of operations, I think we just have to get the cartographer first. So that's why I'm targeting the Deserter in the Forest as the first event bro, just because it's easy, it's handy to just like, when an event is primed to fire, to kind of chill near the forest, fight, you know, fights that kind of naturally pass by us on the road, and otherwise proc the event from there. I don't think any of the events that we got were forest specific, so we kind of just pulled things out of the event pool that are just sort of random ones like the bird shite and stuff like that. And yeah, so we are eventually going to be looking for other event bros, but for now, probably just Deserter in the forest. We've also got some little patches of forest kind of near roads, which is nice. So you're waiting in a forest somewhere? That's the spirit, Trash Comps. That's the spirit. That's the spirit. And so last thing we did was we kind of fought a whole bunch of fights right in here and proc this event. So really we could go any direction, right? Could go north, could go south, could maybe find groups of nomads to fight too. Could be some things that they offer us. It probably doesn't really matter too much. I kind of want to explore some new areas a little bit. So I might like step off the roads and maybe look. This will also give us an opportunity to maybe try to find like a legendary location kind of thing. Nomads offer EXP. Yeah, exactly. The thing is like the way experience was reworked and hardened, peasants and even caravan hands give paltry amounts of experience. So we really do need to fight some of those harder enemies to really gain any meaningful experience. And experience is very important to us, right? We just want to gain some levels. Level 4 is a really big deal. Level 3 being the biggest deal because it let us get strength in numbers, but each increase, you know, each level gives us the next row of options that's just really good. So I don't know, maybe I take like a quick little scan through the forest. This is not a forest. No trees in sight. Through the desert and then maybe head back up north this way. Maybe even try to loop through here. We can check out over here to try to get another shipment from Homebotter. And we'll see where that takes us. Hope everyone's having a lovely evening. I will be streaming again tomorrow morning. Speaking of nomads, would you look at that? Ask and thee shall receive. Homestead should be on cooldown right now. Exactly, right? I don't know exactly how the faction actions were reworked in Reforged and then maybe further reworked in Hardened. In Vanilla, it would be the case where as soon as a caravan set out, you should expect that you're not going to see another one from that town for like a little while. Okay, I think we can do this group of cutthroats. Not messing around with the first fight here, but it seems like it should be okay. Don't really want to fight him in the hills, but I guess we are. Oh, never mind. This is actually delightful. We're kind of up on a hill, sort of. What I'm going to try to do is bring in Tiwian and No Man 1220 back to here, and then we'll put the Chaucer here. Christoph will be in a really nice defensive position up there. And that seems like that'll be really good. So I'm just going to chill right here. So I don't need Not Delusional to move. He can stay right where he is. I'm going to back up with No Man 1220. I'm going to attack first, though. Then we'll back up one. Since we are currently entrenched. Actually, maybe I back up two. Yeah, I think so. You love that for... They all have matching blue turbans except that one guy. He didn't read the group chat. Yeah, this guy. You're right. They don't like that guy. It's true. They did coordinate that. You know, the secret text message thread that this guy's not on. Classic. Tale as old as time. JazzF MPGH. Hi, Slurgy. I'm enjoying this run. Glad you see you tonight. Wonderful. Glad you're here. Glad you're enjoying. Okay. It's because he has an Android. Sure. His group chat messages come through in a different text color. And for some reason, that's enough. You hate to see it. Okay, then we're gonna back in Tiwi and up. I'm deciding whether I want him here or all the way back here. Could even go to here. And I think that's pretty alright. Yeah, let's do that. You can just call me Jazz. That I can do. That reminds me of my wife was listening to the Way of Kings audiobook. And you know, when you pronounce things that you read, English is not phonetic, so I would just say it however I felt like, I guess, you know. And I was the character in the book, Jasnah. I was pronounced Jasna. I don't know, like a pleb. And the narrator said Yasna, and I was like, oh, that's not how I said it. I don't like this. Same, well, now you know, and you can't unknow. You are cursed with this knowledge. Yeah, Jasna, like with two Z's. Like the music. Oh, I see. I guess I didn't expect them to suddenly be passive. We may have a way of forcing that, though. We can get Dr. Vishnevsky in melee range. It'll have to be the second half of the round, though. That's fine. You can just call me Slice, but I'm old, so... Well, fair enough. Slice for short. Slice the Elder, the official, formal, full name. Your sister gave you the hardcover, but she listens to audiobooks, so every now and then you'll talk about a character and she'll be like, who? You mean Adeline? Or Adolin? Shoot, how is the book pronounced that one? I always say Adeline. But yeah. Okay, so we're gonna move the real Kirby right up there. Because we're gonna take Dr. Vishnevsky and push him up. So are you streaming another? Yes, that's right, that's right. How long till you fall asleep? That's a good question, Casario. Okay, so we don't have any good targets really for rocks to sling, and I don't see any good angles. I mean, I guess I'll just go for these garbage ones. Okay. Never mind. We knew what we were doing all along. Somebody just called me Kirby, but I'm obviously the real one. Yeah, I had to take on a related to that actually. I had to. I think my YouTube channel is literally The Real Slurgy, and I had to do that because. Why is that? Slurgy was taken. Was it TF2 Slurgy that took it? Might have been. some dude who plays the spy in Team Fortress 2 co-opted my name, and that's his story as well. He's like, I was watching some StarCraft matches of this guy named Slurgy, and I thought it was a cool name, so I took it. You can't just do that. Well, he did. But he liked the name at least, so that was nice. The scoundrel? I know, right? Oh, Suze is on high alert. You made this? I made this. Yeah. I mean, it's fine. It's not like I'm not offended. Alright, I might bring bandwidth maps to here. Limit their ability to make contact with us. There we go. So what I knew would happen there was, by moving Dr. Vishnevsky in range of a unit with his reach weapon, the AI flips a switch where they say, there's melee contact. We need to engage audible, protocol B, whatever. They change how they work. You stole your nickname when you're 20 years ago when you were 10, Own It Sense? Nice. I think you can claim that. Once a certain amount of time has passed, it's just yours. That, you know, that has a bent to it that maybe I don't like, now that I've said it out loud. Name stands for Jason from Pittsburgh. Pretty straightforward. Squatters' rights for names, yeah. Let's see, I guess we can move Cruiser Complex to here. It's actually probably pretty alright. Especially with this guy ending his turn already. Ooh, very close. So we're gonna wait just a moment on Antiwian. Probably go for a stun here. Got it. Possession is most of the law. Some percentage or whatever. As the saying goes. Bring the Chaucer down. I think that's alright. And I'm gonna wait just a hot minute on Dr. Vishnevsky. Now, is that true? Apparently it wasn't true. They say 9/10. That's what they say. I wonder if I should claim this high ground. Downside to that is we lose the phalanx for next turn. I think I just beat the crap out of this guy. Excellent. Great hex for that guy to step up into. Can't say I'm too mad about that. Give him a stun so we can't put out any damage. And we'll just take him out. No need to kill this fleeing enemy. Not on this turn anyway. Anything spicy yet today? Nah, just started. Just started. So far, very tame. Okay, let's take a step back. The Chaucer, hello, hello. Guess we still get that high ground after all. And we'll wait there for a moment. Ooh, okay. Alright, Antiwian's gonna need to back up. The fact that this fight isn't spicy is a good sign. You know, it wasn't spicy right up until those rocks. Those stinking rocks. That's right, we're gonna have him just take a step back. Oh, Squigs lost shield wall. Oh, Squigs doesn't have phalanx yet, right? Yeah, it doesn't have it yet. That's right. Okay, let's just back up. Put him out of range of that guy. Slingers aren't scary until suddenly they are. True. Kind of true of a lot of enemies in this game. Not scary, not scary, not scary. Uh-oh, panic. Kind of just the way Battle Brothers goes. Okay. There we go. Yeah, spice detected. Not super spicy, not Thai spicy. No! Well, we'll have to loot a new weapon. Have to get ourselves a new sling. Is the rock receiver injured? Should we bandage him? He did not get injured, but even if he did, by the time we retreated, we would have had to have someone retreat with him. All right, so here's our 0% Nomad Sling, but it's all right. We get a replacement. Nice pile of crowns, though. The pile of crowns is what I'm really into, and these Adargas. The Adargas are super good. Yeah, we are not allowed to hire followers because to hire followers, we have to go to a town. We can't do that. That's against the law. The camp guys? Oh, yeah. Yes. And in fact, we will need to. Retinue will be required basically so that we don't go bankrupt. So, you know, as the campaign progresses, our wages will go up. And as our wages go up, we'll need something to offset it. And the cartographer is going to be our first retinue that we bring along to offset those costs. The challenge itself really isn't even feasible without followers, I don't think. All right. So let's get some of these Adargas equipped. Adargas with the additional ranged defense, and they're nice and light, a little bit lighter than a wooden shield. So even though they have less durability, durability is not particularly important on shields early game. It's more of a late game consideration. Yeah, not with that attitude, not with that attitude. All right, Squig's leveled up. I think we'll probably circle back to grab phalanx on this brother to join the rank of phalanxers. Does the Adarga fold in half? It kind of looks like it. It looks like it just folds right nicely in half. Okay. And this is going to be a midline hammer and shield bro. We will want some extra fatigue on this brother so that we can have enough to do rotations as necessary. We're pretty much always going to take primary stat rolls, especially a +3 in melee defense. That's really good. But I think on this level, I'm still going to choose just the highest value of something that provides us the most value in the moment. And that's hit points. Hit points will also prevent us from getting injured as easily, even though we have 9 lives and can eventually grab Colossus as well. Yeah, it looks like a hinge, but yeah, I think it's just a ridge. Most of the art in the game you can find if you search long enough for like the specific reference weapon that they looked at when they were making the art, which is kind of cool. Anyway, still no tools. They didn't carry any tools with them. So That sort of stinks, but it is what it is. Who's going to be your banner? You know, honestly, I think probably what's going to happen is that one of the ranged brothers, since they have strength in numbers and entrenched, is going to kind of off-carry the banner and just sort of pull it out when they've used all their AP. But we're otherwise not really going to have a dedicated banner bro, since we don't have anyone that can do rally the troops or carry the sash or anything like that. Early on, we'll probably give the banner to like Dr. Vishnevsky, just so that we have a better polearm to give him, so just using it purely as a weapon. But he won't broadcast as much resolve. It will likely just be curse word, especially if we end up grabbing battle fervor on him. Right, he's got like really good base resolve, strength in numbers, entrenched, so he's going to broadcast a pretty serious resolve buff. The other alternative is, of course, curse word could start out playing a battle song with the loot, but we can have someone else do that as well. So we have plenty of tools to bring up resolve. Blueberry's going to be harder without a bannerman. Yeah, blueberries are potentially going to be a real issue, right? We'll have pretty good resolve though from perks, but that's still true. Drunk Slinger banner is par for the course. It really is. It really is. All right, so let's do a little bit of desert exploration on a horse with no name. Nothing too crazy. And then we'll find our way back to the road. We do know that one of the southern city-states from the route of the caravans is down this way. At least, yeah, it feels good to be out of the rain. Coven of the Flying Dead. No, thank you. I do not plan on fighting Necrosavants for quite some time. There we go, more nomads. And they're running from us. Lovely. No other adjustments to make, I think. The way we had the team configured from last fight should work well again. Does the damage tooltip on split include the additional potential damage from hitting the head or in body? You have to multiply that damage times 1.5 for headshots. In general, any damage tip tooltip listed is just raw and has nothing to do with headshot chance. So it's assuming you hit the body. With this amount of food, trying to find the library is probably the best bet for first legendary location. I mean, that's probably true. I'm not gonna like scan the desert super thoroughly though, I don't think. So it's without hitting twice. Okay, so you're talking about split man. So I thought you were talking about a different ability. I actually was in my head thinking you were referring to chop, but correct. The split man ability that's the damage done to the primary body part that is hit. But split man will always hit the other body part as well. Yeah, exactly what Blorxer said. All right, so I think I'm gonna just shield wall and chill. We're gonna have the top part of the formation back up 2 hexes. And we'll grab this edge location here. And we're gonna send Nomad 1220 here and then wait. We're gonna let the other bros back up so that we can get entrenched. Actually, higher hit chance might have been just doing it from the low ground. I guess I'm not 100% sure. On the bottom, I might just push forward and attack. Probably just will. So yeah, I'm gonna move forward. Then we'll get Kirby and Squigs on this cutthroat. Each of them will make an attempt at a stun. So Dr. Vishnevsky can actually go to here. And Bad with Maps, I think, can just stay here. Seems alright. Nomad Cutthroat might take a step down. So I could go here to block him. But if he does go down there and join him, I'm not too concerned. Is stun better or perm shield wall better? I think on the bottom here, I'm just going to go for the stuns on this turn. But I think it is worth considering. Right, just getting the shield wall up already. Did not hit the stun, which is really too bad. So he is going to get a couple attacks. Just kidding. I forgot we had another. I forgot Squigs hadn't attacked yet. Never mind. We're good. Okay. This actually looks pretty good to me. So probably we'll have Dr. Vishnevsky attack this guy. But alternatively, we could finish off this fool here. I suppose it depends. I'm gonna wait just a hot minute there. Okay, that was good. And Tiwi and I'm gonna attack and then claim this high ground. Bad of Maps could just kill this guy. Oh. 1 damage short. We low rolled damage. We'll just riposte there. Not 100% sure of what I want to do with Kristoff yet. Mystic Nemo may as well come up here in melee. He's got another equivalently good target. Bad with maps or bad with maths? Porque no las dos. Alright. Wow. Did not get either stun. And Kirby, we're going to wait. Don't want to occupy this hex because I want Squigs to stun. So then not delusional, maybe just takes a step up to like here for next turn? Sure. And I don't think I'm going to move Kristoff. If anything, I go here. Maybe I like this hex. Yeah, I think that one's fine. Split mana is by far the most confusing numbers. I agree. The way damage, a lot of the damage tooltips work in this game are honestly confusing. I mean, the whole damage system of the way damage makes its way through armor and the, you know, reductions from remaining armor, etc., is, I don't know of any game system quite like it. And it's very good, and I like it quite a lot. But it also means that, like, nobody has any intuition for how it works, just in general. All right, I'm keen to let this cutthroat run away. And then we'll just take out the slinger. The issue seems to stem from treating armor-piercing damage as a percentage. Yeah, but how else are you going to do it? Because it is, but it's funny because you can see the developers knew it would be confusing. So they'll say like, so as an example, let's just look at the tooltip. It'll always say, oh no, interesting, hold up. These tooltips are actually reworked. In vanilla, it will say like 0 to 16 can ignore armor because it wants to make sure you know that it gets reduced by, you know, remaining armor. Yeah, so it would say 0 to 16 in vanilla. I didn't even, like, my brain just immediately ignores that part of the tooltip. Like, it automatically, like, filters it. I just look at the percentage from the weapon and sort of get the intuition necessary from there. Interesting. But the way it works is the same as vanilla. Make no mistake. 10 tools? Let's go. Another Adarga? This is good. This is very good. But then different attacks have different pierce values. Oh god, that's true. It's true. And some attacks have different pierce values depending on the body part you hit. Flails have entered the chat. So yeah, there's some big quirks. There are some big quirks. Some caveats. All right, we got another Adarga. You love to see it. We're gonna unequip stuff, considering we now have some tools where we can repair gear and such. So let's make sure that the things we have equipped are the things we want to have equipped. Just in general. I think that is mostly true. Could even give Antiwian a weapon here. He is an expert with the shield, after all. Something better than the pitchfork. I don't know, maybe not. Maybe he's not that durable yet. Flails are definitely your favorite weapon. Flails are good. Flails are really strong. Okay, what's this look like for tools? Okay, not bad actually. Not bad. Equip the lamellar armor? No, I mean we can't even pay for the current whatever, so... Well, shoot. I don't know why we're not getting the option to raid caravans as one of our ambitions. I don't know why. What's the mood? Euphoric? I don't want to lose it. I don't really care about the ambition that much. It's fine. The ambition we can largely ignore. Right, because we just need the 250 renown by the time we get 2,500 gold and have found a legendary location. And we're getting fairly close. Okay, let's head through this area. Northern Raiders get caravan ambition 100%. Is that still true in Reforged though? I know in vanilla a lot of those weird camp. It's funny because that like looks maybe not that scary. That fight is actually horrifying. We'd get completely wrecked. And I think we learned that these do not count as legendary locations. At least in vanilla, for unlocking the cartographer. All right, we'll take a peek on one of these mountains, and then I suppose we'll just... Oh. Is it even worth peeking at this fight? We can re-equip the weapons. I don't think it's even worth peeking at that fight. It's pretty unlikely that that fight is something we want to do. A meteor that size would have wiped out the entire map, and then some with the crater it would leave. Yeah, civilization goes extinct. Cam quality too high, equipment levels too low. I think probably true. I don't even think it's worth looking. Especially since the location is on a hill. I think if this said location is on plains, I'd consider it. But the hill might screw us over. So I'm just not going to bother. Headshots are multiplied by 1.5x after the 10% value is reduced from the damage. Yes, correct. But that's also why Nimble and Indomitable are so good at protecting your head, is because those apply before the 10% armor value reduction, and then the 1.5 multiplier is the very final thing in the damage formula calculation. And I think that's why some people vastly overestimate the impact of, or I should say, maybe not vastly overestimate. There are people who believe Steel Brow will help them in situations where it won't, because they recognize the situations where it would have saved their life, and they're extrapolating it onto others where it wouldn't apply. If you have Indom up, this perk does like literally nothing. You like the Reforged? No, I hate that Reforged shows effective hit points. No, it doesn't make it easier. It lies to you. It lies to you. That number is a lie. Anytime you see effective hit points anywhere in any context for Battle Brothers, it is lying to you. The only thing you can trust, is Turtle 225's damage calculator. When a tooltip says effective hit points, even in Reforged, it is lying to you, and I wish they would remove that. That was almost on my list of things in the video, of things I think they did wrong, but I left it out because I had too many negatives. Anyway, there is no such thing as effective hit points in Battle Brothers. Why is it lying? Because it's a lie. That's just not how hit points work in this game. It's just not how they work. You have a Nimble brother. The only time that works, the only time effective hit points for Nimble applies, is if the brother is completely naked and you have no armor remaining. Then, sure. But in that case, you can literally, you are capable, you the viewer, any human, you're capable of multiplying a number by 2.5. You can do that. You don't need a tooltip to tell you that. The thing you can calculate is the thing that the tooltip gives you, and that's the thing that doesn't apply for most situations. So, if anyone ever says effective hit points in the context of Battle Brothers, tell them no. Always. Thank you for attending my TED Talk. Anyway, let's beat up on some caravans. Ooh. You overestimate some people in their most basic capabilities? Well, I think people can multiply by 2.5. I believe in them. Okay, I actually think I like where the team is standing here, because they can move up and attack exactly one time with their little stab. And I think I will throw some rocks. Maybe that's a waste of tools. I'm not sure. Seemed all right. I'm even going to give him this juicy high ground hex. He can have it. I know he's going to take it. I said I knew he was going to take it, and he didn't. He didn't. He didn't do it. Okay, now that they've shield walled, I'm going to save the tools. We're not going to sling any rocks. Wish the caravan hands in your contracts were this smart. Yeah, they never are they? Oh, okay. So that guy decided to move up and attack. Okay. Eat rocks. Yeah, one hand per donkey. Quite the ratio. All right. Nice and clean. Not very exciting cargo, but we'll take it. And I don't think we need any more old wooden shields. In fact, I think we can, I don't know, maybe we'll take the ones that are full durability, but otherwise we shouldn't really need any. And we don't really need any more daggers. Might leave this leather lamlar behind, the one that's at 0%. We're not gonna fix that up. That's just not happening. We'll replace our meat with some new meat. Guessing there's no more arming sword caravans, reforged merchants must be poor. I think the scaling just needs to catch up. I think they scale with the rest of the game now. I want to find one of these supply caravans that's like maybe gotten in a fight with some briggies and lost just a little bit of their forces. That would be the ideal. I want to fight like a small group of nobles, one that's been beat up on a little bit, or like a small group of mercenaries. That would be pretty fantastic. All right, we got some fresh footprints. I was gonna go off-road and maybe like do a loop through here, but given there's fresh footprints moving up this way, I might follow them. Oh. Oh. All right. That's a pretty spicy fight. Lure those briggies to the caravan. I don't know that they'll actually fight it though. I suspect that the calculus that they have will still avoid the caravan based on their fighting strength. It's all melee, and the Vandals could be a good source of some new gear. It is a somewhat spicy fight though. Yeah, it'll also be difficult to lure them because they are going to run from us, it's true. Yeah, they're going to run away from us. No, I think we do want to fight this. Okay, and we're gonna have ranged advantage, so we're gonna scoot and shoot, get our shield walls up and stuff. So we're gonna see how they approach us. Reforged is like 25 types of Briggs, doesn't it? Yes. Yes, it does. It has a lot. Alright, I feel pretty good about putting the Chaucer here. Even though he's got lighter armor on. He's got a good helmet. He's got 9 lives. He's got pretty solid, respectable defenses, and he can't get surrounded because of this old cartwheel. So I think we're going to retreat up and to the left with the shield walling folk. And then the back line might just move straight back too. So the way I've retreated here, we're giving optimal surrounds for our slingers to attack once and then back up. Do we want that armor on bottom? We do. Yeah, this guy. We want it. We also really want this dagger. But yeah, we want that armor for sure. We'll see if we can get it. Tough Briggies have no hat, 5 AP attacks, and Steel Brow. There are 4 tiers of them. Thank you for attending my TED Talk. Yeah. Yes. There are many. Right, there's the Thug into the... Oh, what are they called? There's a lot of them. There's a lot of them. Yeah, the Thugs are scoundrels. Honestly, I kind of feel like the Raiders are... Like, the Vandals are Raiders, and the Raiders are something kind of new. Scoundrel, Vandal, Raider, Highwayman. Okay, that's the tiers? Alright. So the Vandal is the lower Raider of old. Robber, Bandit, Killer. Okay. This is good info. And we're just going to leave not delusional right there. This will all be on the test. Oh no, oh no. The college exam nightmare. Let's see, do I attack with Curse Word or do I wait a moment? I think I wait a moment. Now with No Man 1220, I think I feel pretty confident we're just going to attack this guy. Yeah. So I don't want Antiwian to get jumped. Right? Like, I don't want these scoundrels who are looping around the backside to get him. So what I'm hoping is that we can kill with Kristoff and have him back up to here. And the Chaucer, I mean, I can't imagine doing anything other than riposte, attack, and turn. I think I like the riposte here. It's nearly lethal if I hit him again. Yeah. Oh, come on. Alright, but I'm gonna save the other 5 AP on Kristoff. Huh, that guy didn't move all the way up. That's kind of annoying. He's still got the AP for an attack. Hmm. The latter ones are the fast bandits using daggers or pole weapons, and they prefer to wait, which can really screw you over. They can and will wait and double turn on you. Yeah. And that guy didn't run all the way up either. Okay, well, we're just going to be stalwart here. %5 chance to be hit. I just don't want Antiwian to get jumped. I mean, I guess it's not that bad. Maybe I'd just rather get a kill. Or miss. So that is what I expected this scoundrel to do. That's the one I've got my eye on. Could just try to push him now. Alright, this guy can't get to me. I don't have to push him yet. We can see if we can hit him with some slings. Ooh, alright, yeah, now we don't need to worry about pushing him at all. -1 net, yeah. -1 net. Okay. Thought better than to use riposte there. Alright, we're gonna have the real Kirby take off this net. Okay. Alright, so this Vandal's running now. We can get in range of him. I don't want him to rally. So I'm kind of tempted to just send Kristoff back. He's still got all his AP, right? Yeah, let's get all the way back here. That brother's very durable. So I'd rather have Dr. Vishnevsky get this attack than Mystic Nemo. Actually, is that even true? Maybe I want to try to dagger this guy down already. He's already wavering. It's going to go real fast as soon as we start killing the others. And I'm slower than him, so let's riposte. did not get a stun. Okay, prevented that guy from rallying. Am I worried about getting Mystic Nemo in range of the Scramus Axe? A little bit. Let's have him hold on to that guy. Wait a moment on Dr. Vishnevsky. Okay, got the stun. Haha, riposte! Get riposted, nerd. Stop that guy from running, at least as best we can. Okay, gonna make a spot for full surrounds if we don't get enough damage. Yeah, it looks like we're not gonna get enough damage. Okay, pretty nice fight. Mystic Nemo will continue his, whatever it is he's doing, whatever we're gonna call that. Have you bandaged your injuries, son? I don't think we got any injuries. But even if we did, more than a single turn has passed, and thus we are no longer eligible to be able to do so. And escort off the battlefield? Hopefully not. Escort him to the ground, the grave, you know? We got him. Can't run from us. See if we can get that hat. All right, that was really clean. That was really nice. It didn't have to be. That could have gone maybe slightly sour. And honestly, the thing I'm most excited about on this loot screen is this guy. This dagger. Better than the old dagger. We got a leather lamellar. Maybe I'm more excited about that. I'm not sure. Pitchfork, or warfork rather. Pretty good. Respectable set of supplies just in general. Lovely. New boss better than the old boss? That's right. Okay. Yeah, 60 hat nice too, definitely. Definitely. Very happy with the loot there. Okay, so let's equip and then unequip to at least use the little bit of tools that we got as best as we can use them. And I think given that we have the Chaucer on the edge of the formation right now, his hit points are a little bit low. Let's give him this. Give him this nice leather lamellar. Then we can put a fully fixed up padded surcoat on Antiwian. We got this nice new 60 armor, or 60 defense, whatever, helmet. Go ahead and toss that on, not delusional, I suppose. And then we got a fun new dagger. Now, who is most likely to dagger? Who's been daggering the most, just in general? And who should dagger the most? Cruiser Complex sure feels like a pretty good candidate to be carrying this nice, fancy dagger. And anything else I want to do? Any other gear I want to swap around? I don't think so. I don't think so. All right, so unfortunately this falchion's kind of durability's, well, low. And we could fix up some of those weapons, but I am not going to. I'm just gonna let them break. When they break, and then we replace them. The tools are more valuable. The only thing I'm gonna repair are these nomad slings. Okay. So, could maybe take a peek at whatever's going on over here. See if this road continues on. Oh, you know, we might not go that way. Maybe we go a different way. I mean, I suppose where they are right now, we could... I don't know, sort of scout out this little section and then go here or something. So we've got a noble army hot on our trail. Looks like, well, who knows what that is up there. Don't really want to go through the forest at night. Let's re-equip before we do. Oh, we got this other Warfork, that's right. Let's put that on, not delusional. Yeah, but do you really want to get caught by that noble army? Sure don't, yeah. I'd rather go through the forest at night than fight that noble army. And do the slings have the headshot perks? One of these slingers has small target. So I gave curse word small target. I think this one's, it's pretty nice. I think the generic plus 10 chance to hit the head always, and minus 10 chance to hit the head. That one felt especially good on a brother who's a bleeder for not letting Necro Savants start that headhunter pain train. Yeah, the guy without tiny, right? Yeah, the guy without tiny, who's gonna act tiny, apparently. Cosplaying as a tiny burrow. I guess we can check here for Briggy camps. Take a quick peek on one, on like a mountain here. Just a little baby peek. Never mind, we see footprints. No, this is that same supply caravan as earlier, I think. Could go around this way, right? We could do just a little bit of off-roading. See some footprints. That makes it worth going off-road, I think. Oh yeah, this is a good fight. This is an excellent fight, in fact. Scoop up some of that gray ice cream. Is that what we're calling tools now? Or is gray ice cream something inappropriate? As we're calling the fog of war? Oh, okay. I see. Is it? All right, fair enough. Man, they're so, like, damned and determined to, to go to the top part of the formation. I don't know exactly why. Brains, if you're playing a Necro campaign, get that tasty, tasty gray matter. Gray matter matters. Okay. So I think the way I'm going to retreat is we're going to go down and... I don't know, maybe... straight back with the back row, up and to the left with the front row. Well, these two are like brothers. Not Delusional and Mystic Nemo. They like, it's kind of like when two people show up to the office and they're wearing the exact same outfit, but they didn't plan it, but then they get like a picture taken together. That's kind of what's going on there. Or like a few times I've seen similarly dressed people in public will just like be like, hey dude, same shirt. I don't know. Very wholesome interactions. I always enjoy those. Oh, I think I just screwed that up actually. I don't want Intiwian to be able to get caught. Interesting that some of them waited there. What is their deal? Why are they so afraid of the bottom part of the formation? I really don't know why. It's very weird. Okay, I think with Curse Word I'm just gonna attack twice. Or maybe I wait. I mean, may as well wait for them to move forward, right? If they're not gonna do it. No Man 1220 I might attack and then like back up maybe to here. We can let Not Delusional take a baby step up. I guess it kind of depends on what these nerds do. And this guy's not very threatening, right? So what's the point of throwing a rock at this guy with a tiny little knife? Like we got this guy we could attack instead. I think I just wait just a moment. Could even potentially put like Cruiser Complex here. I think I like that. I'm just gonna do that one now. The Chaucer will probably riposte, but we'll wait and see. Well, I did not expect this guy to go there. I'm happy with it. Don't get me wrong. All right. Very, very cool. Very neat. We don't get to attack him with too many bros. But you don't need that many. Almost just one. Just three. So then we'll bring Bad with Maps up to there. So sure, we'll attack this guy. And if Antiwian were faster, I would move up here and attack, but I think we just stay right where we are. We don't need to move him. Okay, pretty clean start. Their 5% hit chances, not gonna work. My 64%'s also not gonna work. Even here, we have reach advantage. Or, I should say, we're equal. We don't let that spear have reach advantage. Okay, that guy felt important to stun. That one I just wanted to. Yeah, Phalanx, pretty strong. Okay, give that guy split hand. You love to see it. No. Damn. Hit us with the mining pick. Does a lot of damage when we get hit by the mining pick. Alright, pretty nice fight. Pretty nice fight. The real unfortunate thing was when Cruiser Complex got hit by that mining pick. That sucked. Or pickaxe. Pickaxe, not mining pick, whatever. Same thing. That sucked. Hit you right in the... We can make this like a crossword puzzle. What would be a New York Times style way of referring to tools? It would be really obscure. And it would make you cringe. Let's see. Any world where I would want to use the tree limb? I might. Curse underscore word, right? Yeah. Yes. Yes. Utilities, yeah, something like that, right? Okay. We don't need all of this food. We don't even need as much as I'm still carrying. The bottom line, see, yeah, these are the things they would say. And you know, 4 tools is 4 tools. We're gonna optimize for it. We're gonna fix up the armors. And the nomad slings. But that's it. That's where I draw the line. Takes 9 tools. And we'll do a little loopsy here. I want to take a peek on mountains when we see them. The goal here is try to find legendary location. One of the ones we'd be reasonably likely to find in the center of the map close to civilization would be that new one, Ancient Village or whatever it's called. 4 tools are for tools. In that case, I am a hammer. Nail me? That's not what I meant. I don't think I want to go to the other side of these hills, though. Like the other side of these mountains. Huh? Yeah, you heard nothing. I was trying to play off the, you know, when everything is when you have a hammer, everything looks like a nail, but didn't go where I wanted. You know, I was just thinking, we're pretty close to an event. I wonder if I want to just chill at this tiny little patch of forest. We're not quite there. But this is a minstrel-specific event that is now on cooldown. The Chaucer is making shadow puppets. Pretty sure that's what this one is. The Chaucer, the minstrel, stands up, his head cocked to a side, his walk a shuffling amble, his eyes affixed to his own shadow upon the priory wall. Every step he takes drawing it smaller and smaller yet. He stares at the shadow as though it were a body, and his closing in on it was akin to that of solving who murdered it. Suddenly, he bolts upright, hands to his hips. By the gods, men, I've got it figured out. My shadow is an absolute womanizer, a scapegrace smell sock. Smells mock? He's got a big hammer in his pants and every woman's a nail. Oh no. Oh my god. That's amazing. A philanderer he is, and a drunk, a pitiful sot, and a thief. Filching crowns from the filthy, this he cannot resist. And a little prankster, and a little rat filled with devilments. Just the other day, my shadow took a shit in Antiwian's boot, and I couldn't believe it. Antiwian jumps to his feet, knocking over the fire and spewing embers that seem to twirl and twist on the laughter of the men. He comes forward. I knew that wasn't no fucking dog shit, you bastard. What sort of man shits in another man's boots? The sellsword slips and falls, which arises applause from the company. And the minstrel delicately prances away, his shadow bidding goodbye with a kiss and a wave. Those shadow puppets are making more cock and balls. Well, you've got the, no longer just the apron. Okay, last event, day 19. Incredible. Incredible. Sometimes the writing, you know, it's pretty incredible. Well, let's re-equip the squad. This Nomad Mace is in pretty rough shape. Yeah, we do have a bludgeon to replace it, but the bludgeon's a little bit worse, right? Nomad Mace is 25 to 35. Bludgeon is 20 to 35. It's not much difference, right? A little bit more armor damage as well. Yeah, the writing in this game is really good. I still need to read the Battle Brothers novels. I've got another, like, fiction book that I've promised to read. That's, you know, one of my friends, just a book series he really likes. And I borrowed them from him. So I feel like there's this weird, like, I think this is relatable. I feel like I can't read any other book until I read this book. So then I don't read any book. But I do want to read that book. It's a really good, you know, I read the first two in the series and they were pretty good. And it ends with a cliffhanger, and my wife wants to talk about them as well. I should probably just be like a better friend / husband and read them. And read it. It's just a book. Leaving that sliver did something to your OCD? Oh yeah. That's why Dad no longer asks me to mow the lawn. Man, look at all these stinking ancient dead camps. Ugh. You just saw someone beat Black Monolith by day 23? Yeah, I think a really long time ago, right? I think Shring did it a few years ago. And the day 23 is without the Necro infinite zombie farming, but is a scouted seed with a very specific path that he just did over and over and over again. Didn't even know it was possible? I'm not that surprised, actually. Yeah, gladiators, scouted seed. You can, and it's obviously like, don't get me wrong, it's incredibly impressive. But it's pretty different from the Battle Brothers that you have come to know and love. All right, let's follow these footprints. We might want to see if there's a fresh shipment coming from our favorite tool village as well. Hyenas. 1. Okay. Well, let's take out this caravan. I think it'll probably spawn us on the left side. Yeah. A little bit annoying. I think they will move forward though, right? Pretty sure that's true. We can listen for footsteps. Yeah, here they come. Caravan guard. Hello. Didn't give myself any room to move around. Could have moved forward in the first round, but I didn't. Definitely not going to attack this caravan guard with the ranged weapons. We want to claim that armor for our own. I might just back up a tiny bit, just in the top part of the formation. We'll move Squigs forward, just 1. They're all coming from the top. Kind of annoying, actually. I can sling at this guy. We want to take out these guys as quickly as possible so that we can dagger this fella down. This will give us a little bit of room to bring in Tiwian down. I guess we could make a line to meet this guy. Let's just do that. Okay. Guess I could have it be Squigs as well, instead of out of maps. Probably doesn't really matter much. They're both fully capable brothers. So we're just gonna wait for them. There we go. So, let's get in here. Try to stun this guy. Miss. Feel sad. Could go for a stun on this guy. A single stun. Got it. Hurt his armor just a little. That's fine. He puts down the shield wall. So we are happy. Aha! A new dagger. A new dagger. Wonderful. Clean. Beautiful. Alright, got that guy fleeing. Small target. Small target. Yeah. Small target claiming claiming armors. Like a flail. Kind of. Very nice. No damage received, but plenty of tools and tool equivalent armors acquired. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Feeling pretty good about that. Any world where I would want to use this hand axe? So unlikely, right? I'll grab it and then throw it away later. For skeletons, maybe. The Slurg! Hello, good boy George. Hope you're doing well. You know what? 6 tools is 6 tools. Do I want to fix up the falchion? No, I don't think so. Oh yeah, I guess we got this new armor too. So let's replace somebody's armor. Could just replace this one. And then maybe toss like this onto the real Kirby. And stop there. Yeah, that's all right. Almost even have enough tools to do it. All right, so I think what we want to do is head this way. Try to Holm Water. We're looking for a Holm Water caravan. Try to get some tools. That's the dream. We can do a little exploration in this area of the map as well. Slow and Steady's doing the trick. Slow and Steady's doing the trick. You know, gold amounts are increasing. Gear's increasing. You know, the map is going to scale and start scaling aggressively later. So I don't want to get, like, so far behind. However, I'm pretty keen to play it slow, at least for now. Opportunities will present themselves eventually. Something a little goofy happened there, but I think we're okay. Time to face a fortified brigand camp and risk it all? Nah. All right. Not gonna shoot, but I am gonna scoot. We're not gonna use the ammo. I'm just gonna use our weapons. In the words of Gyrocopter, that wasn't even the good ammo! If you've played Dota. And if you have, I'm sorry. Dota, right? Yeah, that's the correct response, actually. See, Mango doesn't even like Dota. He likes everything. You respect Dota? I mean, it's like League of Legends, but with better graphics. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Whoa. Oh no. You're not gonna make me do this rant, are you? All right, look, I don't play Dota anymore. But like, as far as gameplay mechanics are concerned, the only person who says something like that is someone who's played a lot of League and not a lot of Dota. I'm gonna be honest. The reality is, Dota is just a way better game from a strategy perspective, period. I've played plenty of both. And even though I don't have any desire to go back to Dota, it's just a better game. It's just a better game. And I actually agree that I like the graphics better, but that part doesn't even matter to me. I do find League's graphics annoying, but like, if you want a beginner-friendly League of Legends, Dota is fantastic. Boy. Hashtag triggered. But he knew it would work. I mean, that's well played. Well played, Psycho Ling. I gotta give you credit. That's pretty good. Never played either. Both look boring. You used to always fall asleep anytime you turn into a streamer playing those games. Oh, they're not very fun to watch. Unless you know what you're looking for, right? Will we see our second ban? No. No, I only timed out that other person. I've never banned anyone. And I hope not to need to. Someone is allowed, like, this is a safe space. If you want to be incorrect in your opinions on League of Legends or Dota or any other video game, you're allowed. That's allowed. That's not against the rules. Just accept that you're wrong. Used to be a Dota player, never played League of Legends in your life. You just perfected the rage bait over time. See, that kind of good strategy, which is how I said, why I backed up and I said well played. Only a Dota player would have that level of genius. League players could never. If you say League of Legends has more complete mechanics but praise Dota's graphics, the Dota nerds get hella triggered. That sounds correct. It pretty much worked. For what it's worth, initially, I thought you were being serious. I've heard enough people say really dumb stuff like that to just believe you. I've heard basically that same statement before. It's alright. I played the StarCraft map Aeon of Strife back in the day, so I've got all the hipster cred in the world, and no one can ever take that away from me. Tools. Used to be you spent your time playing silly video games like Dominion 5. Sounds boring. All right, the 3 tools I'm gonna let barely top off some of our weapons and shields. That's fine. All right, let's see what's down this way. This might be the way to Homewater. Boy, why don't I make that my notepad visible there instead of covering it up with my phone? I'm gonna guess Homewater isn't down here, right? Because we already see desert. Stone Watchtower. Yeah, so if we got a Stone Watchtower, we are approaching the ooh, excuse me, Southern City-State. We don't need to go there. Like, I mean, we just don't. Maybe it's all the way to the northwest. It might be. It might be. Right, so we know that there is No, Rothstat is... Yeah, I think that was ammo. Because it also had wine. And we just surmised that this was probably Rothstat. You miss Heroes of Newerth when it was relevant? Oh, man. Yeah. I actually have a screenshot of me being in a Heroes of Newerth lobby where the lobby number is like 112. I was one of the very, very, very first people to play Heroes of Newerth. Because S2 Games, I think that's the name of the company, had a game called Savage that was so much fun that just never took off. And I signed up for the Heroes of Newerth like beta test or whatever, me and a bunch of my buddies. But Savage was really cool. It was if you've ever played Natural Selection, the Counter-Strike mod, where one person is a commander, and then you have like real people who are fighting over terrain in like a first-person shooter kind of style game. That's basically what it was. And it was awesome. Yeah, that was the one that was part RTS, part action. It was great. That game was super sick. I'm so happy to hear. Falsters, of course you played it. Gentleman and a Scholar. Oh, it was so good. It was so much fun. So much fun. You love to see it. And they put out a game later, Savage 2, which was just Savage, but like a little more refined. It was great. It was basically the same game, same idea. There was a guy by the name of Dammit, but he spelled it D-A-M-M-I-T, who was really good at the game. Really good. Like, Dammit was incredible. And years later, when I was playing Last Epoch, I remember using like Last Epoch tools. Is that what it was called? Hold up. Yeah, Last Epoch tools. I think that's the one. And I remember, boom, yeah, at the very bottom of that website, created by Dammit, D-A-M-M-I-T-T. Incredible. That same person, when I was using Last Epoch tools, I was like, wait a minute, is this the same guy? Is this the same person that used to be like an incredible player of Heroes of Newerth? And I messaged him. And he's like, yeah, Sergey, I think I remember you. You were pretty good too. Good to see you. And I was like, oh, legend. Little did he know that when he was like, you were pretty good too, I was like, tears in my eyes, like, oh, he noticed me. Because he was so much better than everyone who played that game. RTS isn't strategy, it's best unit. Spam and send? Oh no. Is this another attempt to trigger Slurgy? It might work. Next thing you know, someone's gonna say something about the Battle Brothers RNG being rigged. And I'm just gonna explode. Just because you stand head and shoulders above everyone doesn't mean you can't take the time to notice other people who are good. I mean, that's true. That's true. It's not rigged if you have the streamer toggle. True, you gotta get a foot pedal. Oh, I suppose they're below. Yeah, okay. I remember thinking Brutal Legends multiplayer was kind of cool for doing that RTS/action blend. The game is so great in its day. Brutal Legend. Is this like a Viking with a guitar? What am I looking at? Huh. I never even saw this one. Tim Schafer's the right, Scott Campbell's the artist. Wait, I'm sorry, what? How have I missed this? Released October. Oh, I know why I missed it. Released October 13th, 2009. I was playing Dota back then. Jack Black voiced the main character. It was a big game when it came out. Incredible. Actually, 2009. Was that around the time of StarCraft 2 coming out? No. It was before that. I guess I'm not sure. It was before Dota 2. I'm not sure what I was doing back then. Studying? Couldn't be me. Jack Black voiced the main character, and it's a big rock opera. That sounds awesome. That sounds awesome. Okay. Oh. Ooh. Okay, so Rothstat, though, we think this is just ammo, right? Still. 2 to 3 caravan guards. That's good. We could get some better armors, maybe. Okay, so there's a caravan guard. And we got 2 hands. Okay. It is, you fight demons with the power of metal. Emo Shadowmancers try to fight you by ruining the vibe as well. Game is hilarious. Oh, man. I did see that, oh, shoot. Oh, what's his name? He's a YouTube guitarist person. He funded a video game, Wrath of Rifson, something that is like music themed and looks cool. But I haven't. I actually have it, but I have not played it yet. Just remember, kids, R&D isn't actually random. I mean, technically true. If the atoms are prearranged in the universe, everything is predetermined. Deterministic nihilists, rejoice. So since this guy doesn't have a shield, he's going to run forward more aggressively. Basically, the goal is the same as these kind of fights always are. Try to kill these 3 while we just pin these guys down or stun them, and then dagger them down at the end. Woke up in the middle of the night equals late to Slurgy stream. Welcome, welcome. Ols Zarin. Okay, we'll just get shield wall rocking and rolling. Ooh. Small target. You love to see it. Your YouTube guitar awakening was watching John Gomm's song Passion Flower. Seeing someone play the guitar like that in your formative years blew your mind? Passion Flower. I don't know that I know what this, Is it gonna be like the Candy Rat Records style? Antoine Dufour is my favorite of that style of guitarist. Huge fan. I've seen him live, he's incredible. August Rush, the song. Oh, okay, sure. Yeah, I watched the movie August Rush. Actually, and it was like feel good vibes. And I left the theater feeling nice. Bandage. Very complex fingerstyle guitar. Yeah. Very cool stuff. Yeah, I play, that's the style of guitar I play. Not exactly like that, but I mean, fingerstyle, steel string, nails on the right hand. It's really fun. Yeah, Andy McKee would be another one of the Candy Rat Records dudes. Haven't quite been able to get that guy. Yeah, the fingerstyle with the rhythm slap goes so hard. Yeah, yes it does. Kind of style of guitar you play is random movements and finger placements hoping to make a pleasant sound. Relatable. Okay. Yeah, my favorite Andy McKee song, Drifting, is the one that kind of caught on mainstream, if you will. But there's a song of his, Rylan, and it's spelled strangely. It's like, I think named after his nephew or something, like RHYLNN or something goofy like that. That song's really, really nice. You're a mediocre guitar player and a good singer. Used to gig a lot in your early 20s. Opened for Gin Blossoms one time. That's incredible. There was a band in my college town, like college band, that never made it big, but they were awesome, called the Envy Corps. And I always really liked their music. And one day, while they were performing, they're like, hey, who can play guitar? Who knows our music? And I like sheepishly raised my hand in the very back of the little venue. Like, all right, tall guy in the back, get up here. And I got to play their song Story Problems on stage. It's literally just an A chord and a D chord. Simplest thing in the world. The only rule was there's like one moment of the song where you don't play. And I was like, yeah, I know the song. So I got to play on stage with them, which was very fun. We're alum? Ah, Iowa State University. It's a good one. Those organic moments to create music with people are so fun. Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely. Speaking of creating music, I literally can't announce anything yet. But this is an announcement that there will be an announcement. In like a month or two. It's music related. But yeah, the unexpected ones where you just vibe and music connect with people you didn't expect. I know what you're saying though. I expected that to repeat, but those moments are really fun. Deciding whether to move the Chaucer forward. I think I do. Alright, got that done. Excellent. All right, now that we've got them stunned, it's time to move in and do the daggerin'. Okay, restun where necessary. Gotta go, but I wish you and the brother luck on what I can only be described as the run. Well, thank you, Trash Comps. And yes, it is known, the run. There we go. Hell yeah. Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. No damage taken. A nice, tasty, full durability armor. Just a little bit of tools. Definitely going to take the wine. Lovely. A boar spear. Sure. That one we might use. That one we might use. Probably not, but maybe. Okay. So this new armor we're going to put on... Oh, let's throw it on Bad with Maps. And then we'll toss a padded leather back to maybe Antiwian. We can throw a padded nasal helmet on. Squigs here on the side. Okay, I think that's good. Oh yeah, we've got the padded dented nasal helmet as well, which I suppose is actually completely equivalent to the padded nasal helmet. The dents, they've been fixed since vanilla. They don't do anything now. That's like a proper looking front line. Hell yeah. Is there any logic to what food will be eaten? Actually, yes. So the order in which food is eaten is always as follows. Step 1, ignore strange meat unless it's the only thing you have left to eat. Then you'll eat it. Step 2, start consuming food from the lowest amount of duration remaining up to the longest. So in other words, the foods that have only 1 day remaining, that's what gets eaten up, right? They're not those irresponsible patrons at the grocery store who you know, reach to the back and grab the stuff with the further expiration date. No, they pull from the front of the fridge. Right, so they're going to eat the food that's about to expire first. And just go through it that way. I guess that's pretty much it. Rothstat Militia. Some footmen. Oh, interesting. Oh, whoa. Hold up. I see. What's going on here? Oh. They return their carts to the cart corral? Yeah, exactly. Okay, so I want to fight these footmen, but I don't really want to fight these militia. Maybe the militia marksman could be a way of getting some short bows, though. It's a little bit more than I'd like. It's a little much militia. Kind of is. It's kind of a lot. Yeah, it's incredibly risky if there's 6 of them, right? We can see the count and then run if it's too low or too high. Firebat Bob, hello, hello. Right, because if it's 7 and 4, that's not bad, right? If this is 11 enemies, that's not too bad at all. Because I want to get through and get to these footmen, because these footmen are like the next tier of equipment upgrades. And that's a small number of footmen where I kind of want to fight them. I'm going to use the restroom real quick. Then we'll figure out what exactly we want to do. I'll be back in just a moment. I'm back. Short bows are nice, but I can't imagine they drop anything else we can use. I mean, I think that's true. But here's what they offer. A lot of experience. And a passageway to some good gear. I think we can take a look. I think the company's in good enough shape. We can take a peek. Yeah, footmen are not nearly as tough as in vanilla. Right, exactly. Yeah, no fast adaptation is massive, though they do have one with the shield, which makes them really obnoxious to take down. And basically unfeasible to dagger. So there is that. Unless they are fleeing, right? So the footmen are still spooky, but... The footmen are definitely league players. Yeah, exactly. So we need to take them out. It's a good way of baiting me into wanting to attack them. It's working. Let's take a look at what these footmen, or excuse me, these militia are like. Right, so we're hoping for a total unit count closer to 11 and not 16. Not 11, not 16. The militia themselves look like wieners. They look like wimps. This doesn't seem that bad. I feel like, right, so with the short bow and quick shot, they get a range of 6 on the aim shot. So, depending on how they view this, they might just run forward, actually. So we may be able to scoot and shoot. Yeah, this is good. This is good. This is good. All right, we're certainly going up and to the left with our front line, and our back line's just gonna go straight back. Is this harder than the OG No Town run? In the early game, at least, I would say this is actually probably overall easier. Got him. Yeah, starting phase is much, much easier. Yes, but the asterisk I will add is that lack of 9 on most bros does complicate things. Oh, so they consider themselves to have ranged advantage now. Oh, ooh. Chance 51. I guess they're getting the strength in numbers as well. Yeah, it's not going to take into account cover, right? And they don't have whatever that thing is, right? So the damage calc isn't showing the cover, but still, that still seems higher than I'd like. Let's go ahead and use a bandage. So I'm going to back No Man 1220 up after throwing a rock. Can't risk him getting hit in the head twice again. So I might push up just 2 hexes. I don't want to leave Curse Word uncovered though, because that's who they'll attack next. He's a little bit, he's just a smidge squish squish. Really got to take out these marksmen. Spear walls complicate this. Might be able to back up 1 hex. No, I don't like that either. If we can get melee contact in like 1 spot, for example, we could have Kristoff just like go here. Then the rest of the team can just be ready to catch their advance. My lord, the local militias spread rumors of your weakness that carry through the peasantry like disease. They think you craven and unable to match the squalid pitifulness of even their most wretched rabble. We should charge our warriors directly into the firing line of their arrows, so that they may see our unmatched valor. Unless you wish lords of the southern states to think us weak? Tactical regroup? No, I think what we're going to do is we're going to have Kristoff run forward and just get melee contact with this militia that ended his turn. Yeah. Okay. And this guy's gonna flank us, and that's just how it is. Got one exploit opening stack. Given the battle fervor and strength in numbers, we just need to start like picking them apart a little bit, and then they're going to completely disintegrate. You can now also check your chance of getting hit when trying to move into Spear Wall. Reforged feature. Nice. I should have checked that. Also, I should have moved here. Actually, no. Maybe I do want to stay here, actually. %27 chance to hit. It says it right on the tin. Mango thinks he hears something. Yeah, I don't want to move in range of them, but I can at least do like a that. Dogs don't like that? Yeah, dogs don't like that apparently. I don't know what they don't like. Mango sees ghosts. I can't explain it. I don't know what he sees, but he sees it. I might move the real Kirby to here. It feels like a really bad hex, but I don't want Dr. Vishnevsky to get surrounded by more than one dude. So I am gonna actually push him up to here. I was really hoping for that kill, but really hoping to get this isolated guy taken down as well. There we go. Must have been the wind. It is windy. Said no dog ever. True. All right, so let's step back into our entrenched position. No Man 1220 doing his best to help out still. But he's hurt. Don't want this guy to be able to shoot him. I might push Dr. Vishnevsky up. Force this guy to attack with his wooden stick. Phalanx lets you shield wall recover. Yeah, you can recover and still have shield wall. Yeah. Pretty good, huh? The guy's leaving his allies behind. Running away. What a coward. He's getting help. Let him try. It's over. He's not running away, just has to poop real bad. Relatable. And look at all that experience. That's a lot of experience. That's our first fight with numbers greater than 100. And we did, in fact, get a short bow. Pretty nice. I don't think we need any quivers. I don't think we want any of this. So from a gear perspective, definitely not so great. But on our way to the footman. Now what this does allow is to use something that doesn't break our nomad sling. Yeah, yep, gotta put a quiver on, thank you Squigs. And we will be able to throw some jabs as well. Imagine having to poop in full plate during a battle. You know, that was actually a question that was received by, some game dev who, like, started a YouTube channel where he just talks about, like, medieval stuff. I don't even know the guy's name. Anyway, that was one of the questions I remember him answering that I thought was very funny. Let's put the Scramus axe on a bro. What we're really hoping to get from the footmen, more than anything else, are their shields. Kite shields and heater shields. Both of those provide incredible value. Their armors are good, but we're probably not going to be able to get them. Their weapons are good, and we hopefully will get them. But we're just going to beat the crap out of them the old-fashioned way. It would be nice if we had rotation on like 1 or 2 bros for this fight. We are going to get it next level. We can see what they're equipped with and decide what we want to do. Almost for sure I'm going to fight him though. Don't want it to be nighttime. Still sunset, okay. If it's closer to 4, we're happy. If it's closer to 6, well, we'll assess. Okay, I was about to say, incoming 5. I see 3 military picks and an arming sword, my dudes. Kite shields will be the easiest ones for us to take out. I mean, They're big, you know, husks to work through. This is a fight that could be a little tricky. What we're going to try to do is see if we can get them separated. Altogether, they're a threat. If we can break them down into little components, pieces, parts, then this shouldn't be so bad. So I'm going to wait and let them come to us, and we'll decide whether to scoot and shoot or retreat 4 and see if we can get them to break up a bit as they run at us. Lose formation. If like some of them shield wall and some of them don't, for example. Okay. So we retreat on the top, and on the bottom we surround this guy and stun him and just unload on him. I stepped away for a few. Did we clear the militia with no incidents? I mean, if you ask No Man 1220, there was an incident, but he's all right now. Was that a grazed neck treated I saw? Yes. Was it a rat I saw? So say the Drawcab monks. You know, I wonder if it would have been better to just pull out the crew javs. Probably wouldn't have made much difference. Alright, so these guys are going to start the shield wall action. I think I'm good with the Chaucer here. He's got riposte if we need it. Do I do it on this turn? Do I think this guy will attack? I don't. Okay, so we're hoping for a stun on this guy. I would love to shield wall. However, these 3 confident boys, I want to see if we can get the stun so that we don't give him a chance to shield wall. Well, it's the thought that counts. Not to be a downer, but you predict at least 1 man down this fight? That sounds like a downer. Alright, so we're gonna do an aim shot and move out of the way so that Anti-Wing can attack and then Not Delusional can move up. Could try to shield push or do the repel. Honestly, it's worth trying. even if it's 5%, no matter what. No need to move Cruiser Complex yet. Or Squigs. Or the Chaucer. We're just gonna chill. We've got the shield push too on the Chaucer. Not on the Adargas, but we got it on the Chaucer. It's a pretty high hit chance. We're gonna wait until after Not Delusional potentially gets an attack first though. Okay, I might try to cancel that with a shield push by Bad with Maps first. We'll have an increased hit chance. Then we can go for the stuns. I don't want to do it into the Repose shield wall. Well, it was a much better, higher likelihood play. Could use the opportunity to shield wall yourself. True. This fight is gutsy. Yeah, we're off to a worse start than I would have liked. That much is true. Cruiser Complex is just going to chill here. Squigs will have reach advantage, so he should be able to hit. He's not in any risk and he's not doing anything here, so I think I do. So this guy lost Repose, so I think we go for the stun. Okay. Got that one. That's really good. We want to try to take this guy down as quick as possible. We've got him fully fatigued, right? So I'll have a higher hit chance here than here. So we'll go there, move down. We'll aim shot and back up. Not doing very much damage, that's for sure. We're fatiguing them pretty well, though. So that's nice. Your dog's quite concerned? Sorry. And Bad with Maps, I'm sort of tempted to shield wall on. That means we would also do it on the real Kirby and not get much damage on this guy. My lord, even the beasts whisper to the troubled. Taking root in your court because of these foul footmen? Yes. Alright, Mango! Suze. That's enough. They agree. Yeah, I don't know. This surround is so good. How many attacks do we get? No, I think it's time to get the shield wall. It takes 20 fatigue. If it's got to happen and we got to get it up. Hey, Mango. Hey, bud. Are you concerned? Do you need to hop on up here? Are you panicked? All right, hop on up. Okay, thank you, bud. Yeah, you're a good guy. Okay, hello. Hi. Hey. What's up, bud? Are you doing all right? Yeah, that was the furnace kicking on. Is that scary? You're all right, bud. You're okay. Okay, can I Can I finish this battle or no? Yeah. Okay, good yawn. Good boy. Okay. Alright. Okay, Mango's gonna co-pilot this one. What do you think? Should we attack Mango? Probably 2 attacks. Considering he's attacking Squigs, right? He hit him in the head, though. We don't like that, right? Okay. Good Mango. He's a good Mango. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Cheeky. Sneaky. Man, I keep seeing that in Reforged where units will do things like that I just do not expect. The slow urgency in which you put the dog. Well, no, yeah, I mean. I'm still going to shield wall here on the real Kirby, right? No, maybe not. Maybe not now. Maybe this is just 2 attacks. We try to get this guy down as fast as possible. His hit points are such a huge pile. And the one case where Hook is a good ability. True. I'm thinking about pushing him though with Intiwian. Didn't get it. We definitely attack him with Cruiser Complex. And with Not Delusional, who does not have Strength in Number, so should go here before attacking. So probably I have Mystic Nemo focus on this guy. I think so. I'm not too worried about any of these 3 dying. Get him, Curse Word. Moving the Warforged out is probably the worst call, because all your other bros have Strength in Number. I mean, but we're focused on what's going on here, right? So I think it's still necessary. All right, we got to bleed on him. That's huge. Nearly chonked through his armor. Okay. So we're going to attack and then step into melee here. Get some surround. That's good. Okay. Shouldn't be able to kill Curse Word with one more attack anyway. Got him. All right. Now the rest of them are all locked down. Sketchy, but could have gone worse, definitely. Mango, come back. Nah, Sousa's back here. Sousa's resting on her blanket. Oh, he's got the shield wall up, so his body takes more damage. You'd love to see it. Is it worth it for bad with maps and like the real Kirby and Kristoff to just recover? Honestly, I quite like the idea of just everyone getting an attack in instead. Ooh, Squig's got hit in the head again. He's got 9 though. Save him for the dagger. Yeah, it's might be able to dagger this guy now. It's gonna get another attack. We'll just wait one moment. Get some surround while we kill his ally. No, I think these guys just have to die. Might get some cool head armor. Yes. All right. Hell yeah. So we did get an injury that I probably could have treated, actually. This black eye on Squigs. That's right. Squigs and head injuries is kind of just the theme for this particular run. Honestly, quite a lot of experience on those footmen as well. 2 very nice helmets. We did still get a mail shirt, an arming sword, 2 military picks, 2 kite shields. Let's go. Let's go. This is all treasure. Some ammo. This is so good. This is so good. This is so good. Let's go. All right, let's leave some stuff behind. I'm gonna leave behind this Nomad Mace that's about to break. Damaged hats, we don't need. Super damaged armors. Okay, something like that is fine. Actually, let's get rid of the little tiny piles of food. We don't need the little ones. Or the ones about to go bad. Whew. All right. So good. So these kite shields are going to be an excellent tool that we can use to help fight entrenched positions with ranged enemies like nomads. These are so good. We're hoping to get a few more of these at some point. Honestly, the military picks are going to be a pretty big damage upgrade. They're the exact same numbers as the bludgeon, but with way more armor damage and pretty good armor penetration. We're no longer going to get the knockout ability, but I think the damage more than makes up for it. And the arming sword, the farming sword, you love to see it. With everyone euphoric, you can roll in another ambition. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That is true. All right, what's our tools situation? 1. Cool. So let's go ahead and give Squigs a new helmet. Give him a skull cap to protect the skull. Just makes sense. Throw the flat top helmet on someone. Cruise a complex. Where that caravan with 40 tools at? Right? Right. An excellent question. Need the guy that turns broken armors into tools. The scavenger? Yeah, he's on the list. The scavenger will be acquired probably second after the cartographer. Boar spear got slammed into some armors too many times. Let's just replace it with an arming sword. Falchion's just about to break, so let's go ahead and swap that guy out. Is blacksmith on the list? It's like a maybe. Blacksmith is a solid maybe. Out of maps is encumbered. I think we want to avoid that. Cartographer first. Do you really need gold if you can't fix your armor? Yeah. We need gold because we have to pay wages. And we need gold to get all of the other... We need gold to get the banner. We need gold to pay wages. We need gold to get other followers. There's really no... I don't know. You could maybe do a different one first. But you pretty much have to get the cartographer second anyway. And if we're able to get more ambitions after the first... Making the first one cartographer makes the following follower a lot easier to get. Yeah, you're kind of hard locked behind gold. Yeah, exactly. Wages? What do you guys even spend it on? Ask them. I don't know. Hookers and blow? Philosophers debated this issue for generations. They have still yet to settle on an answer. Right. The hookers might be hexing, you can never be too sure. Yo, you know that they are. Alright. Feeling pretty good about where the company's at now. I guess I can just keep going along this road, right? We'll pick a new ambition. We'll get a new event in about a day. Once it's daytime, we can fight these brigands. I mean, we can do it at night, but it's a little bit smoother. Come on, sunrise. There it is. All right. Give us some tools, Briggies. How about some tools? How do you feel about tools? So it looks like we're just gonna do the old scoot and shoot, as you do. Curse word got him in the head. Pierce cheek. Small target. Grey Warden Uku, hello, hello. Hello, Commander Slurgy. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well today. Poor Kite Shield barely holding on. Yeah, I don't know why the graphic makes it look so dramatic. Because it's actually like 79%. But it does look like it's like nearly split in half. Okay, got that stun. Who's next? These guys, but they're being cautious. It's hiding in the bushes. Okay, great. Cool. Good for you, buddy. Blocked with a buckler. So should I reposition the real Kirby to here? Kind of think so. Bush guy going after Sling Bro? I think so. He's slow though. So we'll just move this way. You got one of the Adargas. Oh no. Breaks shield, laughs at you, dies. Accurate. Squig's lost his shield wall, huh? Alright, we'll chill right here then. Cool. I wonder if I want to dagger down that dark cowl. I do. Definitely do. Excellent. Pretty clean. 0 damage taken. And we got the Dark Rugged Surcoat. And just a little baby amount of tools, just to make up for the weapon damage. That's pretty much it. But hey, we'll take it. We'll take it. Are axes ever worth using? I don't know. No, not really. Okay, I don't think there's any other equipment we want to move around after that fight. Just leave it all as is. All right, the Chaucer has leveled up. Huh. Now that swords and spears don't give free plus 10, plus 20 attack, yes. I mean, except that bludgeons exist. And they're like more plentiful. So like early game maces are just king, I feel. And of course there's like late game axes and stuff, right? Heavy rusty axe, etc. Those are still relevant, even in Reforged. But, I mean, I'm feeling pretty good about hammer mastery, given that we're using this military pick. Yeah, I got a pick right in time for hammer mastery. Seems alright to me. Right? Hammer mastery. And this brother won't need a ton of fatigue, given that we're going to be nimble hammer bro, but we would like some. So I might take a +4. Seems alright. It's going to be a midline hammer bro. What's second line, first icon? Executioner, which has been reworked a little bit to now also damage rooted enemies. It's a maybe. If I may ask, Lergy, which runs are you enjoying more, vanilla or this one? They're like different. I mean, let me put it this way. Vanilla Battle Brothers, I think, is like a chef's kiss. Like, there's so many little things that make it so interesting to really optimize micro decisions, and there's a lot of unexplored strategic territory. So I think, and that you know, and that's just so beautiful and perfect, and what other, you know, why it's like my favorite game. This is a new take on that same idea and formula that I think is still going through growing pains, but is still very fun for me to explore and figure out. So it's like a whole new canvas. It's sort of like, let's say I've been doing pottery for years and I really enjoy pottery and I've gotten into the craft and I know exactly how to understand and mold the clay. But then like maybe I want to try oil painting. And when I first do oil painting, I see some of the similarities, the same ideas in the artistry as with pottery. But like, it's not the same as pottery. I'll stop milking that metaphor, but you get the idea. I feel like they're kind of like different experiences. I'm having a lot of fun learning a new thing. So, from that perspective, great fun. And I like that this is still Battle Brothers that is familiar to me, as opposed to, you know, a lot of modded Battle Brothers is like really cool and not for me. That's how I feel about Legends, to be honest. So, Reforged is oil painting. You heard it here, folks. Reforged is oil painting. All right, No Man 1220, we're going to grab hybridization. So now that we have a completely broken Nomad Sling. Now that we have hybridization on this bro, we can do something like this. And I suppose given the Nomad Slings are completely broken, we'll move a wonky bow over to Curse Word. Or maybe we do like that. Hardened is quite different from Reforged. I mean, that's probably kind of true as well. You like the word wonky? It's fun? It is fun. I agree. The word wonky is very fun. Team's looking strong? Thanks, Antiwian. Yeah, team's looking strong. Team is looking strong. Okay, so definitely melee skill, range skill. And then it's either hit points or just melee defense. Definitely one of those two. Would this brother ever need resolve? Nope. Entrenched and strength in numbers are going to give us more resolve than we can even know what to do with. So we're never going to need any. If those didn't exist, we would definitely need to bump up over 33. That's just too dangerously low. But as is, nah, he's good. So yeah, melee skill, range skill. I'm kind of thinking just like melee defense. I'm good with it. Someone did just assault with a tree limb. I mean, that's true. That's true. Also, keep in mind that the hybridization perk, whoa, is going to, based on the way we're leveling up this brother, give him some melee and ranged defense. Pretty good. Pretty happy with that. So let's keep heading down this road, looking for. We're looking for home water. Are they transporting tools for home water? That's what I'm wondering. Hungry hounds. I wish our armors were in better shape. Not a single spear, what's going on? Oh, I mean, spears are really bad in Hardened. This fight definitely isn't mild, definitely isn't mild. Probably swap the padded leather for the mail shirt. I mean, it's the highest durability that we've got, right? It does way more. Is that worth the extra fatigue? Probably. Just barely. Oh, I see. Like this. Now that makes sense. So we've got the military picks now, which will help substantially against the melee mercs. We take a peek. If it's 4, maybe. If it's 6, unlikely. Evening Slurgy, how are I/we doing? So far, so good. So far, so good. Curse word, you're rocking and rolling. Drinking, bleeding, and shooting. If it's a bunch of briggies, it's easy pickings. If it's a bunch of Bardis bros, it's bye-bye. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, merc parties don't always come with dogs, but realistically, like, things are just reworked in this mod, so you can't necessarily trust the spawn tables from vanilla. They're just different now. In vanilla, they always have at least one ranged guy, right? I think so. I think that's true. It's a battle axe. Two-handed falchion's scary. Battle axe is scary. Flail is scary. Arming sword is manageable, and we want that shield. Two spooky weapons. Two bros with 9 lives at the top of the formation. Yeah, 2 off map. They have 6. 6 is probably too many. It's unlikely that what I see from the other 2 will make me want to fight them. Right? Almost no matter how weak they are. This feels like it is probably pushing it a bit too far. Mango wouldn't want this for us, yeah. Flail's good versus all our shields. It's okay versus all our shields. The thing is that because we get permanent shield wall, we still get defenses against the flail. Because this attacks from the flail only bypass the base defenses. They don't bypass shield wall. So you still gain some defenses. Yeah, fast adaptation does mean they're gonna hit us through our high melee defense. I mean, we wait on the first bros to make sure their ranged unit doesn't change the calculus of our retreat. But I think we're just gonna run. Yeah. It's a lot of armor to go through. Yeah, it is a lot of armor to go through. Yeah, this is just a run. I don't think this is a good idea. We still run as a block because we've got strength in numbers. Something to keep in mind is that when I equip heavier armors later, and I just accept that we're encumbered, we will not be able to run away like this. So we won't be able to do these exploratory fights. And I think there's a new option in Reforged, yeah? You can just remove yourself from the battlefield. One by one. Retreat gives you 1 extra AP. So it lets you move 1 extra hex. It brings you up to 10. But I don't trust the retreat button until we get closer. Yeah. We'll see if Holmwater changes their mind and maybe doesn't hate us here soon. Well. This is much better. Let's fight these Briggies. These Briggies are more our speed. This is what I'm talking about. Alright, this Vandal, we want his armor. So we're gonna scoot and shoot. Got him. What's with all the tree limbs? That's just what they do now. I don't know. Okay. Front row, we're gonna back straight up. Excuse me, back row, we're gonna back straight up. Front row, we're gonna go up and to the left. Small target? Excuse me? You can't just roll a single 5% and just hit me like that. The hell was that? That's cheating. Man rolled a 1? I don't know. Kind of sounds like a hacker to me. The cannon they did? I don't know. Doesn't seem right. Doesn't seem right. Reddit's gonna hear about this. Don't you think it's a little suspicious that they hit their 5%? And yet I miss a 47? Pretty suspicious. And 2 44s. That one didn't count. It was a 95. You're pretty good at that, Slurgy. I've seen things. I guess we wait on Dr. Vishnevsky. You know, taking all the enemies down to like 5% hit chance pretty reliably. Turns out that's really strong. Do you think we'll fight any snow briggies? If I recall correctly, they're decently harder than vanilla. They're harder because spears aren't good anymore. But yeah, we'll definitely fight them. Definitely. Anybody die yet? Been AFK but leaving the stream running? Well, I mean, you don't have to do that. Anyway, no, everybody's alive. Actually, should have moved there to attack because of strength and number. Were you supposed to dagger the Vandal guy? I'm more concerned. Yeah, we're still going to. We're going to. We're working on it. Give us time. Chillax. His armor remains untouched. I was just chatting. Whoa. What are his hit points? What was going? Why was that so much damage? What the hell? That was a lot of damage. He was full health. What are those? That happened so fast. Why was that so much damage? That was just a butter knife, right? Double high roll headshot? No, puncture can't, unless puncture can headshot now. Puncture deals 100% more damage against fleeing characters who are fully surrounded if the enemy has given up. What? Whoa. Okay. I mean, I guess that's a fine quality of life. But what a very specific thing I would have not have thought was a thing. All right. You had a bro die from one puncture today with full HP and you were flabbergasted? Yeah, sounds right. Checks out. Let's have a pocket flail for, I guess pocket flails don't really work for armors anymore. Since we don't have any hatless briggies, like in the olden days. Okay. Yeah, we got level ups. You love to see it. I correct myself, it's not just puncture. Any fleeing, fully surrounded enemy takes 100% more hit point damage when they have given up. Okay. But puncture is the most, like, sensible use case. Yeah, I don't think there's any hatless mercs. All right, Cruiser Complex. Now, on this brother, we could, if I wanted... Where'd that Scramasax go? Over here? I could give that to him. Then we could just grab Cleaver Mastery. Seems alright. Make the attacks cheaper for when we're stamina out and stuff. Give ourselves some opportunities to decapitate, perhaps. Seems okay. And we're going to be wearing heavy armor in this bro, and it could get really heavy later on, so I might just take the fatigue. Could grab a juicy +5 in resolve. It would be okay. I'm gonna grab the fatigue. Let's just put heavier armor on him if the situation calls for it. Okay. Not delusional, who will eventually be an off-tank shield bro. Are two-handed weapons any good in Hardened? I haven't seen you use many. I mean, they're fine. They're just, those bros are, just don't lack the, they lack the defensive tools to keep them safe. So, I don't know. I feel like you kind of avoid them. Wish I had a heater shield. Pop that on, not delusional. Not delusional is going to be a Ejirok armor and feather cap nimble tank god. He's gonna have shield perks. He's gonna have shield perks. So I could grab it now. Fruits of Labor doesn't do anything for us. Actually, honestly, the only one of these, like, maybe ones that does anything for us is Battle Fervor. You mean the two-hander? Oh, yeah. You're answering that question. Right, exactly. Yes. Apples and Fruits summarizes it nicely. No parry and no shield perks makes a very dead frontliner. Yeah, basically. Have you touched his melee skill? I don't know, I probably have. It's okay for him to have a little bit of melee skill because of Rebuke. Right? Totally fine. I might put another bro on the front lines. Just give him Shield Expert. Because when he's on the edge, he can contribute to the phalanx of others. But then enemies will never have reach advantage against us on the edge. He's gonna have the best melee defense of anyone on the squad right now. I think that's gonna be the play. Cover Ally could be handy to have as well. I like Cover Ally as like a potential tool. We don't need to get any of these other ones yet. If anything, it would be... I don't know. I haven't decided which one of these I want yet. Cross that bridge when we come to it. Definitely grabbing melee defense. Definitely grabbing resolve. Maybe just grabbing hit points. On this exact level, melee skill is best. You'd put an axe on this guy instead of the wooden flail? Why is that? What's the rationale for the axe? Oops, I'm dropping stuff. I've emerged. 18 to 40 looks puny. It's not gonna look that much higher here. No, I think being able to directly hit the bean with his big pile of fatigue is like potentially better. I think I'd rather have the reinforced wooden flail. It's probably not going to make too much difference though, realistically. Actually, what I can do on our bro here with small target, the Hail Mary headshot. You never know. Hand axe, go boom. Could happen. We'll keep that dream alive. But yeah, I don't think I'm gonna grab melee skill. I think I'm gonna avoid taking that. And I might just grab hit points. We're gonna want a lot of fatigue on this brother though. Maybe the fatigue is just better. I think I like the fatigue better. Is there a way to like punch 5 times with unarmed attacks? Yeah. Actually, there's a really easy way to do it. Start your turn next to someone with Inspiring Presence. Punch is 3 AP. You punch, you punch, you punch, you punch, you kill. You get a proc of Berserk. You punch again. 5 attacks. Brawlers the world over celebrating. You punch 4 times, then you wait, second wind, punch again. That also works. All right, on this level with Dr. Vishnevsky, I actually might grab rotation instead of polearm mastery. I kind of like the idea of having one bro with rotate at this point in the run. So let's go ahead and just grab that now. And I think that's a pretty straightforward level up for us. And then Mystic Nemo. He will eventually be our netter. But for now, not yetter. Okay, I think I will take a +5 in initiative, given that I think I like the idea of anticipation on this bro. Flexible and dodge. Keep him on the edge. So we'll go melee skill, melee defense, and initiative with +5. So I'm going to grab anticipation. Now anticipation looks on its surface value with the current value of range defense of 4 pretty weak. However, we'll gain additional range defense for enemy or for allies that we're next to with strength of number, and we'll gain additional range defense through dodge. And a good bit of it. So the main value of this is just protecting us from big boomy attacks. We don't expect this bro to get attacked too often at all. So we're kind of doing tool savings there a little bit as well. Cool. Now I don't turn around and attack these now, right? Did anything change? Did those level ups make it so that we were strong enough to do this fight? No. No, they didn't. And in fact, I think that's actually a good place for me to call it for the evening. I'm gonna have to get the pups ready for bed and stuff. This is the normal time my wife does it, and she's not home yet and won't be home for a little bit. I will be back tomorrow morning. So about, I don't know, like 10 hours from now. 10 hours from now-ish, I'll be up and at 'em, of coffee in hand, and a warm cup of Battle Brothers. And it'll be wonderful. I'm gonna send you guys over to friend of the channel, PC Space Goon. Very, I don't know. I like him. PC Space Goon is like, he's a delight. I think you'll enjoy him. So that's gonna be it for me for the evening. I'll be back in the morning. So to all of you, oh, and this, what's great about this? YouTube viewers are gonna see this run length of this video and be like, oh no, he lost a bro, he died. Ha ha ha, joke's on you. Make it a good one. Ta-ta.